Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moon Directed. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're going to talk about the energy that is for the week of February 22nd through the 28th. There is an overarching energy of Mars trining Pluto kind of at the beginning of the week. And Mars trining Pluto says, hey, you know what? You need to get that thing done. You need to get that thing done. It's time to face your fears. It's time to look at what you can do to get it done and get going on it. And it completes the week with a full moon in Virgo, which is always about completions and endings and what can you do to complete a project, and especially anything that around health and creating a sense of balance in your life. Are you spending too much time on work, not enough time on self and family, and also health work and just in general organizing. Like it could be a project where you release and you let go of something in order to create space for the next stage of the project or whatever going on in your life. And whoa, you have a major clearing out. But I like the way it ends. All right, let's get into the cards. Ooh. Okay, so Tower. What a way to start. So the Tower comes out. You know what's interesting about this Tower is that it's interesting to me. You may not be as interested. Because we have Neptune and Pisces sitting right in between Pluto, that rules your sign, and Uranus over there in Taurus, which is opposing your sign. So right directly in the middle, we have this Pisces energy that's all water. And look, this is the only Tower card I've ever seen where the Tower is sitting in the middle of all this water. And we have that thing that's going on in Texas where they're definitely having water issues. And that is that Uranus in Taurus energy right now, kind of making that all come together. So for those of you that are suffering through that right now, I do want to send out health and healing to you. So gosh, I really feel like I will spend some time in meditation on all of Texas later today for that. So we have the Five of Wands. This is being up against it. This is but look, there are two wands here in the foreground. Okay, so it's like you've already taken care of two of the issues. There's still two more to go. And they're coming at you. And this lion is your courage, is your willpower, it's your spirit team that's got your back, and it's also helping you fight. So you're not fighting alone. And this is like the most hopeful Five of Wands as far as I feel like the Six of Wands follows with the victory. And look, here's your outcome, the Sun. There is not a better card to have in the whole deck. The Sun is the illumination. It is the okay. It's like that first warm, bright, sunny day after a long, hard, cold winter, you know. But this is actually with all these sunflowers. This is that August sun where it warms you all the way through. So some serious beginning energy here. You will be fighting against it. You will up against it. But you have two major arcanas, and that is a lot of powerful energy this week, Scorpio, for you to be working with as you move toward this full moon that's happening in Virgo. So we start the week with the moon in Cancer, and it is sextiling that Uranus and Taurus energy on Monday, and then on Tuesday it opposes Pluto up there in Capricorn. And so this is really highlighting what it is that needs to be completed, the big changes that are happening, and how do you create this transformation? Because you have the Tower energy, and then you have the Scorpio, let's get it done, let's transform energy. And there's a lot of fears and anxieties that come around this with the moon and the placement that the moon's at right now. And so there is a need to release and let go of things that fears. When you hang on to them, you manifest them. When you release them and you let them go, which it looks like you're doing here, because the Sun is coming out. That's what happens when you focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. The Tower eliminates this. It clears it out. And this is about having good, healthy boundaries. And that Five of Wands energy is kind of like you need to create and establish boundaries where that people can't cross your whatever is important to you, boundary or sacred space. So creating the sacred space for yourself this week. And on Tuesday, right after that opposition to Neptune, that's at 11:54 p.m. Eastern time. So that's, overnight hours for the Western Hemisphere, and it's kind of early morning of Wednesday morning for those in the East and Eastern Hemisphere. And so it's a good time to either really spend some time in meditation or paying attention to your dreams, because information will be coming in, because we have a nice long 7.5 hour void of course moon. So really paying attention to the information that is brought to you to help you through this, because when we get to Wednesday, that moon in Leo really adds to this whole power struggle structure that I see going on here. So while the moon is still in Cancer, it says, I am deeply loved by the universe and I live in the paradise of my own creation. This is you focusing on what is important to you, what is of value to you, what is it that you want. This is using the cycles of the moon to create and manifest for yourself in your life. And right here, we're just coming up into this full moon here. And so there is an opportunity here for you to really manifest what it is that you want by releasing and letting go of your fears and your anxieties around a situation, things that are struggling to help you to create space for future creation that comes with the new moon. And the new moon in a couple weeks has some really beautiful energy around it. And so doing the work now, completing the projects, just get it done, facing your fears, releasing and letting go energy will be so beneficial moving forward. Moon in Leo tends to bring up the ego aspect of everybody, because Leo is they believe they are the king of the jungle, right? And in a lot of ways they are the sun, they are the energy of the sun, and they are very attractive. But with this energy of Mars trining Pluto, also be careful. So it's a day where people's egos could be running a little wild. And so just be focused on what it is that you want. What are you applying your willpower and your determination to see the butterfly of transformation? That is the energy to be focusing on. Where do you want to transform in your life? What kind of changes do you want to make? On Thursday, Venus moves into Pisces at 8:11 in the morning. And Venus in Pisces is really going to be highlighted over the next 4 weeks while she's there. She brings in your desire, and she's willing to work hard to get what she wants in matters of finances and relationships. And so with her in with her in Pisces, and she will be conjuncting Neptune at the new moon in a couple weeks, she is definitely focused on what are those big dreams and goals that you really want, and are you willing to work hard for them? What can you do to work hard for them? And it starts with this increase of vitality that you're going to get from the sun also sextiling Uranus. It starts with the vitality, the energy to make the change. And then the full moon where you're like, okay, I'm releasing and I'm letting go. And now I'm going to start looking at what are the next couple of steps that I need to take and how do I get from there. And it starts with trusting yourself. Trusting yourself, your inner knowing that you know where to go. The horse always represents that inner wisdom, that inner knowledge, and the ability to get things done. And you have here Rihanna, and Rihanna says, trust yourself. Trust yourself that you know what steps to take, what's the next thing. I live in the paradise of my own creation. Trust that you can create for yourself what it is that you want. That's a big step. The moon moves into Virgo at 12:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Shortly after that, Venus will oppose the moon. And this really highlights the need to really focus on what is your big desire, your big dream coming in, and where do you need to release and create space for this dream to grow? What do you need to let go of? Virgo is about your health. It is about work-life balance, and it is about organizational activities. And so organizing things in your life and releasing and letting go. I feel like there's another one. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, there it is. Okay, so what actions do you take? You have heal the past, the birch tree. This is, to me, a very much of a death and rebirth card, right? Because this is definitely on the rebirth side, though, because in the background, if you look, there are fallen trees, but see the green grass? That's spring. A lot of times when you see the birch tree, it kind of feels like fall around it, like it's the death. This is the healing the past. This is moving into the spring energy, the renewal. Oh, love this. You have time to replenish, rain. This is healing energy also. This is nurturing yourself. This is taking care of yourself. This is doing the things that brings your health into balance, brings your work life into balance. When you are working so hard that you don't have time to take care of your health, then your work life balance is out of work. If you are working so hard you don't have time to take care of your relationships, your work life balance is out of whack. So these are things where you tweak a little, you create space for. And so it's going to require some kind of an adjustment. You have move and adapt. You're going to have to move in the direction that you want things to go. There's going to have to be some changes, but it feels grounded changes. I feel like you'll be rooted in the knowledge that what you're doing is you're growing what it is that you choose to grow, and that's beautiful. So the full moon happens at 3:17 a.m. on Saturday morning Eastern Standard. It happens at 8 degrees of Virgo. So if you have any planets or placements around 8 degrees in your chart, this will be significant. You will feel this energy. In Scorpio, this is a very supportive energy for Scorpio. So I think this is an opportunity to really see the way forward light up ahead of you with the energy that's happening there. We do have this full moon in an odd little irritated, picking at it, poking at it, encouraging energy of make the change coming from Saturn in Aquarius, from Chiron in Aries. So the healing, the making the change, the adapting, but also up in Aquarius we have Jupiter and we have Mercury. Mercury rules the sign of Virgo, and so for this there's the opportunity to gain some insight about where to expand and how to grow forward, how to move forward on these ideas and to allow for the healing. Look at all this water here. Seriously, this is a very watery tower thing. This is an emotional, this feels like an emotional upheaval if you're not having physical water problems. This is like something is going to rock your boat. It says nothing is set in stone yet. So the move and adapt. There's changes need to be made. Nothing is set in stone yet. Take time to breathe. This is catch your breath, breathe out, meditation, walk in the woods, sit in a nice saltwater bath. What is it that allows you to unplug and recharge? And then that's followed up with be bold and make the first move. So this is cardinal moon. The next cardinal moon that we have, well, you know what? That is right. That is a cardinal moon that follows up this full moon in. The full moon is happening in a mutable sign, and so when the moon moves into Libra, which I haven't told anybody yet because I just decided to cover that next week, but that happens on Sunday afternoon at 2:17 p.m. So perhaps that with this full moon, there's going to be an action that you need to take that follows up with this. That is something that you can do, put on paper, write down. I prefer to use Sundays for a day of rest whenever possible because of the work week and trying to create work-life balance, but maybe doing a little journaling, doing a little daydreaming, maybe there's someone you need to catch up with, maybe you do that. There's some kind of, it says be bold and make the first move. This feels like it's something you've been sitting on a while And maybe in order to bring in the sunlight, you have to make some kind of an effort or energy towards something that you want to create. I live in the paradise of my own creation. So what is it that you're trying to create? If you have got some kind of a project that you want to get going on, it's time to maybe start considering what the next step is. Okay, Scorpio, let's get you a little bit more advice before I send you out. If you have not checked out already, I did do the monthly for the Pisces season. Those came out this week, and so they are already out and available, and it'll give you more guidance. And of course, I'm back every Monday to give you a little more help along the way. You have 3 cards. What pleases us most shapes us. What pleases us most shapes us. So people do what, oh, I'm sorry, but for a second there. Okay, so now I'm channeling Dr. Phil, who, by the way, is a Scorpio. I swear. I would have to look that up to be sure, but he acts like a Scorpio. Okay, he acts like, I'd have to check this. Okay, this is where I'm like going out there on a limb, but he has this Taurus Scorpio energy about him. Like, he sounds really grounded, but he's really hyper aware of everything. Anyways, what pleases us most shapes us. So he always says, people do what works. People do what works. And if something has always worked for you, great. But then one day, sometimes it doesn't work anymore. Now it's time to move and adapt. Okay, so that was working, but it doesn't anymore. So do what pleases us, shapes us, how it makes us feel inside. And then you have stand still for now and listen to your life. And the answers and truths are always within. So that is that meditation energy, that pulling yourself in. Nothing is set in stone. Figuring out what it is that you want. By listening, it is time to replenish. It is time to heal the past. It's time to take care of yourself and trust yourself. That you will know what is the way forward. And I think that over the next few weeks, because if it is not the cardinal moon and it becomes a cardinal new moon, that happens in April. So, it might not be that the next cardinal moon, but it's the next cardinal full moon new moon, where you start making some changes and moving in a direction that works for you. All right, you guys take really good care. I look forward to seeing you, and your comments below. Hit the thumbs up, and if you are a subscriber, hit that notification bell, and you'll know when I upload things like the monthly readings. Take care. We'll talk soon.